Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Melissa, and in today's reading, we're going to be looking into what is next in love for singles. So what I'll be looking at in this video today is the overall energy of your love life for my single viewers out there. We're going to be looking into kind of the next energies that are approaching you when it comes to love and relationships. So we'll look at overall energies. We'll take a look at any specific events or people of significance that may be presenting themselves to you, any lessons or blockages that you need to be aware of as well. Let's get into some disclaimers. This is a general reading, so some of the messages may resonate specifically to you and your situation. Some of the messages may not. If anything is ever feeling confusing or it just really feels like it's not fitting with your situation, then it's probably not your message. Don't let it get you upset. Don't let it stress you out. Just let it go. And if you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a much better way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own energy. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. We're doing 3 piles today. For pile number 1, we have the Good Karma Tarot with some clear quartz. For pile number 2, we have the Starspinner Tarot with some citrine. And for pile number 3, we have the Muse Tarot with some rose quartz. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about what's next in love for my singles out there. Select the deck or crystal you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your reading. See you there. Hey, pile 1, if you guys picked out the Good Tarot with this clear quartz, this is going to be your reading, and we are looking into what is next in love for singles. So I want to start off by looking into these pre-shuffled oracle cards just to kind of get a sense of the overall energy, the next theme that you guys are moving into as it pertains to love. Then we're going to get some additional details with some tarot and some oracle cards all shuffled on camera. So let's go ahead and jump right into your energy. So you guys have the divine masculine energy coming through with new beginnings. Okay. Overall energy for pile 1. I definitely feel like this is going to be potentially a pretty exciting time coming up for you in love, pile 1. I feel like this is a time period where you are achieving a lot of clarity around what it is that you ultimately want and need and desire in a relationship. With the divine masculine showing up here, I feel like for some of you, this is representation of a divine masculine counterpart coming in for you. Whereas for others of you, this energy of the divine masculine may be referring to your own energy and really connecting with the divine masculine energy within you, okay? Either way, this next phase in your love life is really is providing you an opportunity to better understand your relationship to masculine energy, okay? So the divine masculine energy is all about providing structure for the feminine energy. It is all about taking action. Divine masculine energy is an energy of wanting to care for and provide that support, not only to self, but to their counterpart, okay? And just because this card is saying masculine, you guys, don't focus so much on like the gendered aspect of the card. Think of it more as an energy of providing structure, leadership, support, and wanting to protect and care for their counterpart, okay? So for some of you, these may be qualities and characteristics that you're starting to really strengthen and embody within yourself. More courageous energy coming through with the lion here. Wise energy coming through with the bald eagle here. There's definitely an energy of like evolution, growth, maturity that I'm picking up on from this card. And with new beginnings coming up, this is the energy of the Fool right here. So this is all about taking a leap of faith into something new, a new path, a new energy. So for some of you guys, this divine masculine energy that's showing up here is something that is possibly quite new and different for you, something that you've never experienced before, whether it's you really strengthening this energy within yourself or connecting with a counterpart that's embodying this energy of the divine masculine. The Fool energy is also an energy of really being new at something too. It's like novice energy. So I do think for some of you guys, this upcoming period in your love life, it may not necessarily be something that feels super solid and stable and like permanent right away, because the Fool is also about self-exploration too. It's about exploring something and really diving in with a beginner's mindset. So when you're a beginner at something, you don't always have that foundation and structure right away because it takes time to learn it, okay? And if you notice, she's standing here on top of the world. So this energy, whether it's a connection, your energy, or just kind of exploring your relationship to the divine masculine energy, this is kind of a new phase that you're starting to embark on here. So really interesting, pile one. Let's go ahead and start getting into your tarot cards and see what else comes through. So for pile number one, tell us a little bit more information about what is next for them in love, for my singles out there. What else should they know for pile number one? Definitely picking up on Leo energy, like courageous energy coming through here. A little bit of air energy as well. All right, let's see. For pile one, what's next in love for my singles for pile one? So we have a 9 of Pentacles in reverse. We have a 4 of Cups in reverse. We have a Temperance in reverse. Okay, clarifying the 9 of Coins reversed. The King of Swords, air energy coming through, clarifying this 4 of Cups. The Death card, clarifying this Temperance card. The Moon reversed. Okay, and then we do have a 2 of Pentacles coming up here at the bottom of the deck. So for a lot of you guys who picked pile number one, just right off the jump, I don't know that I'm necessarily picking up on you guys connecting with a partner. There may be someone of significance here with this King of Swords. This could represent somebody that you are connecting with, but for the majority of you guys that chose this group, this feels more like an energy of focusing on self, becoming the best version of yourself that you can be, okay? We're going to get more info in a minute. I'm pulling some more love cards, but I want to get into the energies of the tarot first, just to kind of guide you through some of the themes that I'm seeing here. I feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe you're coming out of a period of time where maybe there just hasn't been a lot going on in your love life, or maybe there's been like a lack of interest for some of you guys in love. Like there's just been maybe options presented to you, but you weren't really that interested in them, or maybe just this feeling of just blah when it comes to love. And I do see here with the 4 of Cups reverse and the Death card that this is going to be changing for you as you move into the near future here in your love life. You know, there is this energy of change. There is this energy of transformation. And this is very much the energy that I was picking up on here with this divine masculine. I think for a lot of you guys, there's this energy of being able to maybe be a little bit more interested in exploring relationships, being a little bit more interested in connecting to this type of masculine energy, again, whether it's within yourself or within someone else. And it feels for a lot of you guys like this is more about self, because I'm really being drawn to this Death card and how she is, you know, the person pictured here is sort of transforming, right? Transitioning, if you will. So I do see you guys kind of coming out of a time of feeling bored in your love life, coming out of a time of feeling blah about your love life, and starting to let go of past energies that no longer served you so that you can welcome in this new energy of the divine masculine into your life. I do see here with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse that there is still, I think, a little bit of work that may need to be done during this time on your own independence, okay, with the Nine of Coins in reverse. This is an energy of when we need to maybe get some support and guidance from someone else, right, with regard to our material realm. Career, finances, just being able to be a little bit more independent and able to kind of function on your own without feeling like you need to have a partner. And it makes a lot of sense with the Fool being here because the Fool is a very independent energy. And this divine masculine energy is also an energy of being structured and kind of having all of those things together. For some of you all who are viewing pile number 1, you might actually identify as being more of a masculine energy yourselves in like the gendered sense, but you don't necessarily have to for this to resonate for you. But what I see here with this King of Swords is that during this time, there is going to be an opportunity to really, again, take the lead in your own life as it pertains to how you're showing up for yourself as a single person, okay? Really, I think looking at your career, your finances, the way that you navigate life as a single person from a much more logical perspective, from a much more empowered perspective. I'm even being drawn to like how this divine masculine almost looks like he has like kind of a light coming out of his crown area. And we have the crown here with the King of Swords. So I feel like for a lot of you, my viewers, this is your energy of stepping into more of an empowered place when it comes to navigating your life and your love life. Maybe for some of you guys, there's been an energy in the past of like feeling like you need someone else in order to be successful, or feeling like you need someone else in order to do things in your life, right? Kind of needing that attachment, needing that support. And there's nothing wrong with needing support. I just feel like there is a little bit of a redirect coming through for you guys around the way that you're navigating relationships. And there is this desire to be more in your own power as you're navigating connections going forward. For others of you, I do feel there may be an energy of you leaning into this masculine King of Swords to support you. You know, so in another sense, I think there's another group of you out there where if you are finding yourselves connecting with a new person that is a masculine energy, we have air energy here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I think that there is an energy of you maybe leaning into this person and letting them help you, letting them guide you, letting them support you, versus feeling like you need to be the single, independent, self-sufficient, all on your own. Okay? And for some of you guys where that resonates for you, I do think that this is kind of a situation that may feel really new and different and maybe piquing your interest in a way that, you know, a person hasn't piqued your interest before, right? It's sort of like arousing you out of this place of boredom or complacency as it pertains to your love life. So I do feel that there is, with this situation coming up, a little bit of a balancing act that's going on here. Because for some of you guys, I definitely see that there is something happening with career or something going on with like your physical material world that maybe you're balancing this situation with your love life. And so I do think that there are a lot of, you know, for lack of a better word, plates that you're spinning in the air here. And maybe there is a need here to kind of make a decision in love and decide, like, as you're embarking on this new beginning, what do you really have time and space for in terms of love and relationships right now? I also see this as an energy of needing to make a decision here, potentially about a connection that's presenting itself to you. But with the Temperance card in reverse, I'm almost feeling for the majority of you that picked pile 1 that because you're embarking on like this new beginning of really taking care of your responsibilities and taking care of self and creating that structure in your life, I'm almost feeling like there may be a sense of the timing not being completely right for a relationship. And this is why you're sort of weighing options here with the Two of Pentacles. You know, especially if you're in this building phase and you guys are coming to pile one and you're knowing that like you're in a place where you're focusing on your own structure and stability in life and you're not really sure if you have time for a relationship, that makes a lot of sense, right? Because when we're building and we're working on our own stability in life, embarking on a new adventure for ourselves as an independent person, sometimes it can be hard to create that space for someone else in a meaningful way that they deserve. And so with the Moon card here, I definitely feel one thing that I'm really seeing for you, my viewer of pile one, is that there does seem to be a lot of clarity, clear thinking about love, logical thinking about love and relationships as you move into this next phase. And with the Moon reverse, you know, sometimes this is when we see that the cloud has lifted, right? The path forward is illuminated for us. And with Temperance being reversed with the Moon reverse, this may be a time where you guys kind of decide, you know what, I don't know that I even really have the time right now for a relationship, or this may not be the right fit for me for a relationship if it is someone that you are connecting with. So let's just go ahead and see. I want to pull a few of these love oracle cards just to see what other type of information we can get about what's next for you in love. And then we will move into some advice for you about any blockages that you may want to be aware of during this time. So for pile one, what else do they need to know about what's upcoming for them in love? We have home. Yes, you see, there's something here about your foundation that is taking precedence during this time, during this next phase. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this feels really important to you because it wouldn't be connected to a love reading if it wasn't important. And I know that maybe some of you guys that are watching pile one might be a little annoyed because this is a love reading for singles, but it doesn't necessarily have a lot of love-related themes coming through so far, you know? But obviously, Spirit is wanting this to be highlighted for you. The fact that your foundation, your home life, your stability that you're providing for self is coming up. This may be something that a lot of you are feeling like you need to focus on first before you're going to be able to welcome someone else into your life in a proper and meaningful way. So let's see what else we get for pile one. We have heartbreak. So there's healing that's going on during this time. And maybe for some of you guys, you know, this independent energy that I'm picking up on is coming from a recent change within your love life where you've needed to let go of someone from the past, heal from something from the past. And this is kind of a phase where you all are like embarking on a new beginning of self, which is really beautiful. A lot of times too, with that Four of Cups reversed, you know, the Four of Cups isn't necessarily heartbreak, but it can be an energy where we just feel really shut down at the heart space and apathetic about love because we've been hurt. But I do see you guys starting to kind of revive yourselves out of that during this time. Let's see. We also have Mask. So this is kind of about, again, not being fully ready to let your guard down, show yourself, bare your complete soul here, you know, and kind of dialing back into the Temperance. It's like there just may be a sense right now that it's not the right time to be going after a new relationship because there does seem to be a certain level of awareness that you're wanting to focus on self right now, your own stability. So pile one, I want to end the reading here by just looking at any potential blockages or words of advice that you may want to be mindful of as you navigate this chapter in your love life. So let's see. What does pile one need to be aware of in terms of anything blocking them in their love life? We have not talking. You aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. So there is kind of a need here for this group to kind of like embody this energy of the King of Swords and being a little bit more clear and logical about the things you're saying and the things that you're needing from your partners. I also think too, this is kind of tying into this energy of heartbreak with the Four of Cups reversed and the Mask, where it's like, maybe there's a little bit of a fear here of being vulnerable, a little bit of a fear of telling someone how you're feeling, what you need from them. And this is something that I feel you all may be guided to work on and be aware of during this time. Because ultimately, if you're not willing to let your guard down and be vulnerable with people, it's going to be really hard to build that connection. And it can feel really risky when we've been hurt, but it's literally the only way is to just be vulnerable and ask someone for what you need and tell them how you feel. Let's get one more for pile 1. Ooh, okay. Way too many. That's like literally half the deck. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's grab one more for pile 1. We have insecurities. This says, work on building your confidence and feeling safe in your relationship. I feel like that's a lot of like what you guys are working through right now. It's like working on this divine masculine energy of like your own masculine energy and you being able to create a world for yourself where you feel really good and confident in yourself, whether that's your physical world or your inner world. But I also think for a lot of you, this could be a message around feeling worthy for this divine masculine energy because it is out there for you. You know what I mean? It is out there for you. It's showing up here in your reading. And so I think a lot of times when we've been hurt, it can be really hard to like trust new energies that come in. But what this card is saying is that it's important to work on building your own self-confidence, because if you feel safe and secure with self and you feel safe and secure with who you are and what you have to offer and what you bring to the table and all of those things, then rejection, yes, it's still going to hurt. It's not like we're going to be immune to it, but when you feel good about you, other people's actions and behavior has like less of an effect on you because you feel so solid with self. So just something else that's being highlighted here for you, pile 1. But we are going to go ahead and end the reading there. I would love to hear from you guys down below in the comments what's been going on in your love life and how you feel like these messages may resonate with your specific situation. So please let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you will be updated when I'm uploading new content, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hey, pile 2, if you guys picked out this citrine crystal with the Starspinner Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're looking at what is next in love for my singles out there. So we're going to kick off your reading by looking at your pre-shuffled oracle cards just to kind of get a sense of the overall energy and theme of what is next for you in love. And then we will be looking at these tarot cards with some additional love oracles shuffled on camera to get some more information about what's happening for you. So starting us off, pile 2, we have yin and yang, and we have the sacral chakra. Okay. So what is next for you in love? I feel like a really major focus during this next period in your love life is going to be on the balance of the type of effort and energy that you're putting into a relationship, okay? Yin and yang, it kind of talks about two different types of energies that can be at play within a relationship dynamic, and wanting to, of course, strive for as much balance as possible, because too much of either one can create a lack of balance within a connection. So yin energy is going to be more of like that passive energy. It's more of like that. When I say like masculine and feminine in this context, you guys, I'm not really talking about like gender or like gender norms. I'm talking more just about the energy. So try to kind of frame it like that. But like when I'm talking about yin energy, this is kind of the more feminine side of the energy, which is going to be more leaned back, more passive, more receptive, nurturing, things like that. Whereas the yang energy is going to be more of that action, more of that sometimes aggressive, or more of that more masculine energy, taking action, taking the lead, things like that. So there is going to be a little bit of an evaluation here coming up for you guys around how that energy is balanced. And with the sacral chakra coming up, this is an energy that feels more about being in flow, going with the flow. It's about creativity. It's about sexual expression, emotions, right? And so to me, just intuitively, what I'm feeling for a lot of my viewers who picked pile 2 is that The emphasis here is going to be on your feminine side of your energy coming through in this next phase of love. So really being able to kind of monitor your ability to receive, your ability to go with the flow, your ability to be comfortable and confident in your emotions and the way you're expressing your emotions. So let's go ahead and continue with the tarot cards, and we're just going to take a look and see kind of the specifics around what's coming through next for you guys in love. So for pile 2, let's get some more information about what's next in love, energies, events, people, significance. What does pile 2 need to know about what is next in love? Okay, so we have a King of Wands in reverse. Okay. We have a 10 of Cups. We have a Chariot. Six of Swords. Justice. And the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have a Knight of Wands in reverse. So kind of an undertone of slowing down, kind of an undertone of maybe a slowness in the chemistry of a connection, a slowness in passion. Definitely makes sense with the sacral coming up here, because it feels like there is something coming up for you guys, potentially around a physical relationship with someone, or just in general. You also have the King of Wands in reverse too, so that's also kind of indicating potentially a lack of passion, a lack of drive, a lack of motivation, which again would make sense with more of like the yin energy being the focus of sort of being in a relaxed space versus an action-oriented space, because our wands energy are a lot about taking action. What I do see here, kind of kicking things off in the center of your reading with the 10 of Cups, I definitely feel like there is a focus on committed relationships during what's next for you guys in love. So there's an energy here at the 10 of Cups of like themes around family, marriage, long-term relationships, commitments. And with Justice card here, I'm almost wondering if for some of you guys, you might actually be like legally committing yourselves to someone coming up here really soon, like potentially getting married, tying the knot, so to speak. Because Justice can talk about legal contracts, and the 10 of Cups oftentimes talks about marriage. But if that's not the case for a lot of you guys, I definitely am seeing like a higher level of commitment within a romantic relationship coming through here with this 10 of Cups. And this energy is all about kind of like the ultimate emotional achievement in a relationship, right? It's like the marriage, the white picket fence, the kids, like all of that kind of stuff comes into play with the 10 of Cups, those different themes. But with Justice here, this definitely feels like there's an emphasis on a higher level of commitment, or just a committed relationship in general for some of you guys. You guys also have a couple of Swords cards coming up here in the spread. And the Swords energy it's our mental energy. It's the way we kind of think things through. It's the way that we express how we feel, right? Our thoughts, how we express our thoughts, things of that nature. And both of your Swords cards are in like what I would say is a favorable position, because I feel like there's this energy of trying to like move on or move forward, or sort of like free yourselves from any sort of awkward or uncomfortable situations surrounding this relationship that's being highlighted here. I think for a lot of you guys, because you are coming to this reading as a single person, and so if I feel like if you're not dating anyone right now, or there's not really this prospect of a romantic relationship that's currently like within your, awareness, I do feel like this energy of sort of like relaxing and going with the flow and just like not trying to force anything, not worrying so much about things. I actually think that this is going to be a period of time that feels very freeing to you, because with the Chariot card, this is the energy of being very focused on the goals that we want to achieve, right? It's an energy of victory. And so I think for a lot of you, you want and desire this type of long-term committed relationship. And I think with this Eight of Swords coming through, during this time, there's a release of trying to like control the situation. There's a release of feeling unworthy of this desire that you have, right? It's sort of this energy of stepping into your power here and being highly focused on what it is that you want. So even if it's a situation where like it doesn't necessarily play out that you know for a fact that somebody's coming in for you, what I do feel is that you're highly focused on making choices and decisions that are going to get you to what your ultimate goal is, which is this 10 of Cups energy. Now, for others of you where this is talking about a connection, I do feel with this Chariot card here, there's an energy of feeling very focused on this connection, of feeling like this is a very successful connection. This could even be a long distance relationship where you're traveling to this person. And again, this could be where this balanced energy is coming in, of really checking in and making sure that there's not an overexertion of energy and effort, and that it's balanced on both sides. Six of Swords also can indicate travel as well. So I think that there is sort of a message here for some of you guys about traveling or long distance with a partner. We do have Cancer energy here as well, and Libra energy. Those could be significant. But, the Justice card, it also sort of talks about balance, balance within a relationship, harmony within a relationship, doing the right thing by the relationship, and keeping things, in flow. Now, for some of you guys, this King of Wands in reverse could be a significant person. This could be Leo, Sag, Aries for some of you. That's at a distance. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. This could just be your energy as well. But the King of Wands in reverse is, again, like I was saying in the beginning, it's not as intense as a King of Wands in their power. This feels to me like an energy of slowly moving forward, or slowly moving into calmer waters, or again, leaning back and not feeling like you need to control the situation and just letting things flow. Okay. As I parted the deck, the travel card showed itself again. So I feel like travel is definitely coming through for a lot of my singles for pile 2. So let's get a few more cards here for pile 2. So what else is happening in love for my pile 2s during this next phase? For some of you guys as well, this 10 of Cups may be more of a family energy. So I know a lot of times my singles, they want to know like the next romantic partner, and sometimes the readings will focus on other things. So 10 of Cups, just so you know, for some of you guys, this may be focusing more on family energy, like platonic family energy. So just bear that in mind. What's next in love for pile 2? What else should they know about what's next for them in love? We do have finances flipping out of the deck. So there could be an energy here of finances or work peeking through in your love reading. We do have heartbreak falling out of the deck. Okay, so healing is coming up. And then we do have proposal. So, and family here at the bottom of the deck. So definitely some mixed messages coming through pile 2, and that makes sense because a lot of times with these general readings, there's a lot of scenarios that can come through because so many people are watching. But I definitely feel like for some of you guys, this feels like it's talking about escalating a situation to a higher level of commitment, right? So marriage, combining finances, getting proposed to, things like that are definitely coming through for a lot of you guys. So that could be the case in the literal sense for some of my pile 2 viewers, really building a family, finding your life partner, things like that. For some of you all, though, I do think with the heartbreak card coming up that there may be this phase may be more focused on like the healing of a long-term relationship, the healing of, a long-term partnership, moving away from or getting over someone who you're no longer feeling passionately about or you're no longer in a commitment with. I do see for a select few of you that could be the case with what's next in love. But for the majority of you, this definitely does feel like there's a situation that's escalating to a higher level of commitment, and there may just be some additional healing that needs to come through. As we all have healing that we need to do. Like always, you're never fully like healed technically, right? But let's see, pile 2. I want to close the reading out just by looking into any potential blockages that you need to be aware of as you're navigating this phase in love going forward. So let's just see what comes through for you. We have getting hurt. All love comes with a risk of losing it. Don't be afraid of loss. Take a chance. Yeah. So I think that's what this heartbreak energy is talking about, you guys, because it definitely seems for a lot of you like there is a connection that could be very substantial presenting itself to some of you. And the heartbreak energy is that fear that this card is picking up on here, right? It's like, don't be afraid of the loss, because if you're not going to try, you're never going to know. You know what I mean? Let's see what else. We have too much. You tell others too much about yourself all at once. Sit back and listen more. See, this kind of makes sense with this more leaned back yin energy that I'm picking up on, right? The reversals of the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, right? So this is, again, just echoing the message about you guys during this time, I think, learning a little bit more about being more passive and not necessarily having to be the one that's in the driver's seat of the relationship or in the driver's seat of the connection. Listening to others, right? Because listening to someone else will tell you so much about them versus when we're always the one that's showing up and talking, or we're the one showing up and dictating how things go or trying to be in the driver's seat. We miss that opportunity to really lean back and observe who someone else really is. So definitely another message of echoing that energy of needing to kind of lean back and go with the flow a little bit more. But pile 2, overall, this looks really positive. I would love to hear from you in the comments what aspects you feel like are resonating with your single life right now. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I'm uploading new videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you guys picked out the Muse Tarot with the Rose Quartz, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking at what is next in love for my singles out there. And what I'm going to be doing is starting off your reading by looking at some pre-shuffled oracles. This is going to just give us the overall energy of this next kind of phase in your love life that you're embarking on. And then we're going to move into tarot and some additional love decks shuffled on camera just to get some more context, okay? So let's go ahead and see for pile 1. Starting us off, we have the energy of I said pile 1, pile 3. We have reparenting yourself, and we have rejoice and celebration. This is the 3 of Cups. So beautiful energy. Right off the jump, I feel like what's next in love for my singles for pile 3 is certainly a time of going out and just having an amazing time, okay? I feel like with this reparenting yourself energy here, this card is all about healing inner child wounds. And with the 3 of Cups coming up right next to it, I feel like this phase of your love life is going to be focused on treating this inner child self to a good time, just having a lot of fun. For some of you guys, I definitely can see that this could be a time of just going out and connecting with friends, going out and having, fun with your friends, doing whatever activities you like to do. I am kind of, with this card, getting a vision of like going out to have drinks, going out to like a bar, things like that. But it really is talking about anything that you will have fun doing, right? Whatever that is to you, whatever it is that is going to make this inner child feel joy that they deserve to feel. Reparenting yourself, it really does kind of touch on the topic of inner child healing and being able to release the wounds from childhood or heal wounds from childhood so that you're able to really fully embrace and accept new love into your life. So for some of you guys, on a more serious note, during this time, you may be exploring, some certain themes that you experience in childhood and really exploring how those things have played out into your adult life today and maybe how they've impacted your relationships. I could definitely see that being some work that some of you may choose to do during this time. But let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see what other information we can get for you. So for pile 3, what is next in love? Let's go ahead and get some more insight here for pile 3. Look at that, 3 of Cups when I parted the deck again. So definitely seems like you guys are about to be getting out there and having some good times in your life. Let's see. All right, so we do have an 8 of Cups flying out, so we're going to take this one to start. What else? We have the Fool in reverse. And we have a 7 of Pentacles, clarifying the 8 of Cups. We have an 8 of Swords, clarifying the Fool. We have a 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting family energy coming up here. And clarifying the 7 of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups with a Queen of Swords at the bottom in reverse. Okay. So, pile number 3. What is next in love? Some of you guys may, like I am seeing with this King of Cups here, there could be a person of significance that pops up in your love life. Same with this Queen of Swords in reverse. The King of Cups, this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or this is the energy of someone who is very emotionally like in control of their emotions. I do think that it's showing up in reverse here, though, with the way these cards are created. It's kind of hard to tell because I think this is the upright and this is the reversal, if I'm not mistaken. But there could be a person of significance that is emotional or something to do with emotions with this person is coming up for some of you. What I'm feeling, though, is that there's a softening here with this Queen of Swords in reverse being the undertone, which it really makes a lot of sense with some of the other energies I'm seeing here, especially with this rejoice and celebration. The Queen of Swords is someone who's very discerning. There's somebody who does not take any BS from anybody. They will be quick to cut someone off, and they can be a little bit cold sometimes. Like when I look at this card, she's very sharp. She's got the blunt haircut going on. You know that this person is not going to take any crap off of anybody. And for some of you guys, I do feel that you're moving into this next season of your love life, kind of softening that a little bit, having more fun, being less rigid about things. For others of you, I do think that this Queen of Swords in reverse is referring to, this could be a person in your life as well. Like I was mentioning, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't necessarily have to be. But this would be somebody who is softer versus harsh, okay? Just based off what I'm seeing here. But I think for some of you guys, for some of you, I do think that this Queen of Swords may have to do with this reparenting energy. Like, I do feel for some of you, maybe you had a really sharp parent in your past, or not in your past, but as a child, maybe you had a really sharp caregiver, somebody who wasn't always the nicest with their words. And maybe this is something that deeply impacted you, which is why like we're in this phase right now of wanting to let loose and have more fun, because maybe there was some rigid or unpredictable, like cold rules, or maybe unpredictable outbursts and things like that some of you experienced as a child from a parent. For others of you, I feel like this Queen of Voices in reverse is talking about a more passive parent. So there's something about parents coming up for sure, but I do feel that, there's a desire during this time to really walk away from anything that is making you feel uncomfortable, anything that's making you feel awkward, anything that's making you feel disempowered, which is a beautiful place to be. I feel like a lot of you guys are about to embark on a really massive change as it pertains to your love life. And it really does make sense, because this energy of inner child healing is really major. You know what I mean? Even though you have this fun, lighthearted energy here, I feel like beneath the surface, there's actually a lot of really powerful healing that's being done. And being able to reparent yourself, as the card says, and really get in touch with, breaking those patterns of the past, it is going to allow you to become deeply transformed and create new and better things for yourself in your love life. And especially with this Eight of Swords, it's this energy of wanting to be free of those chains, wanting to be free of those mental blockages. The Eight of Swords is an energy of like us self-sabotaging or putting our own self-limiting beliefs, like allowing our own self-limiting beliefs to prevent us from achieving what we want. And so maybe there's been a little bit of that in your love life, where you haven't felt confident to be able to manifest the type of relationship that you want. Or maybe the harsh voices of a parent have been in your head in certain instances where you tell yourself or feel subconsciously like you don't really deserve it, when really you do. Okay. So there's definitely an energy of moving away from that and looking for joy and happiness and greener pastures, and trying to free yourself from any of those limiting beliefs. I do see here with the Fool in reverse that there is a little bit of hesitancy around maybe fully diving into this energy. I'm also seeing that this is hesitancy around diving into anything really committed with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And there's honestly nothing wrong with that. It really feels like the overall energy here is to have fun and just enjoy friends and kind of embody a more lighthearted energy while we're doing some pretty serious inner work inside, right? And so it feels like a cautiousness to really diving into like dating full force, or really diving into, a relationship full force, because right now this may not be the time where you're wanting to necessarily focus on building something super, super long term. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse also does talk about family as well, right? It's more of like the material side of the family in the tarot. But it's interesting that it's in reverse. And so again, for some of you, this may be relating back to this energy of inner child. Maybe there was something for some of you guys in childhood around your stability, the security you did not experience, from a caregiver. There could have been financial issues that some of you guys dealt with, or like a divorce or something like that. I mean, these are all different themes that can come up with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And so I think it's created a little bit of hesitancy to fully dive into love and relationships in a really deep and meaningful way. So lots of self-reflection and healing work around family situations for you guys. With the Seven of Pentacles, with this King of Cups, I definitely see that there is a situation here that you guys are sort of reevaluating and reassessing. Now, this can be having to do with this whole scenario that I'm talking with you about. But for those of you where there is a person of significance that has been around, or that you've been talking to, maybe that Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, if that's their sign, I definitely see there's a reevaluation of this person and this situation and how you really actually feel about it. The Seven of Pentacles is kind of asking ourselves the question of like, am I really getting out of this what I've been putting into it? And it feels like the emphasis with the King of Cups is on the emotional return on investment more than anything. How do I feel about this person? How do I feel about this situation? How do they feel about me? How do I express to them? How do they express their feelings to me? Things like that I feel are coming into question. So as I parted the deck, healing showed itself. So I definitely, think that's further confirmation that what's next in love is a period of healing. But let's go ahead and I want to pull a little bit more information here for some of you guys for pile 3. Not some of you, for all of you for pile 3. And let's see what else is happening for you, for my singles. What's next in love for pile 3? What else do they need to know? Family when I parted the deck. All right. We have anxiety. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense with that 8 of voices, because anxiety, the 8 of swords is not always anxiety, like in the sense that we're really overthinking things, but it is anxiety in the sense that it's self-limiting beliefs that keep us paralyzed and keep us from actually coming out and doing the things that we want to do deep down inside. So some of you guys may be moving through some anxiety or exploring where some anxieties come from. It also is not, I'm not missing the fact that it almost looks like this person in the card is like in a dorm room. So there could be something here, again, relating back to childhood with anxiety, or like your early college life, high school, things like that. Let's see what else we get for pile 3. What's next in love? We do have toxic relationship. Yeah. So for those of you where like there's a person of significance here, there's something that may be a little bit off balance with this situation. Again, with this coming up over top of the 10 of Cups, this could have to do with the family stuff, the inner child stuff that you guys experienced. And, if this is like a dynamic that you guys grew up in, I can definitely see why you might be a bit hesitant to just like dive into a committed relationship with someone, But again, the 7 of Pentacles, this is a time where you're reassessing this situation and asking yourselves, do I really want to dive into that, or do I want to take it slow? And it feels like there's a need to take it slow here and really make sure that it's the right fit. We also have surrender with secret crush on the bottom. So there is a secret crush, whether you guys have a crush on someone or someone has a crush on you. So that I feel is a silver lining, because I feel like for so many of you guys who picked pile 3, it feels like this love reading of what's next for you is more focused on like family dynamics. You know what I mean? Versus like a significant relationship coming into your life. It feels like it's more focused on inner child work and healing versus like a significant relationship here. So if that resonates with you, I still think that there is a crush situation happening underneath the surface here with someone, whether they have their eye on you or you have their eye on them. There is something going on in the background here for you as you're doing this healing work. But it definitely feels like what's next for you guys is, again, it's a time of surrender. It's a time of just kind of enjoying the moment, in your life, and not worrying so much about the future, and not worrying so much about when is it coming or who is it going to be with. And if there is a who in your life that you guys know about as you're coming to this reading, I see you guys really letting it go and just kind of surrendering and letting things flow as they should, because there is something about the dynamics at play that are causing a lot of anxiety and potential stress for you that you're desiring to move away from here. So pile 3, I want to close this reading out with just some guidance for you. These cards are going to just tell us any potential blockages that you may want to be aware of as you're navigating your love life going forward, okay? So for pile 3, what should they know about their love life going forward? What is potentially blocking them? Too hard. You believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally in your life. Yeah. But I feel like even though this is coming up as a blockage, I mean, so many of your cards are already indicating that like you are in a space of flow, right? You are in a space of surrender and just letting it go. And I think maybe, if anything, the blockage for some of you guys is like going back to this toxic relationship, because toxic relationships are toxic for a reason. It's because they're hard and not in a good way. They don't serve us in our highest good. They don't serve the other person in their highest good. The dynamics are off, right? And so for some of you, there may be a need here to sort of reframe the way that you're thinking about relationships, because they don't have to feel like this, you know? It should flow naturally, like the card says. So let's get one more for pile 3. We have love's the answer. Love won't solve your problems. You need to work on being independent. So not relying on somebody else to heal it for you or to fix it for you, or just because you're in a relationship and there's love that it's going to fix everything. You know, this is definitely talking about stepping into your own power, which we have a lot of indications of with this 8 of Swords, the reparenting yourself, right? So there's a need here to kind of take ownership over your own healing if you haven't already, which I think a lot of you guys have. But, you know, the answer is not necessarily that, oh, they didn't love me enough, or being in a relationship will fix this. The answer is lying within you, is really what this card is talking about. So pile 3, I think we're going to close the reading there. But as always, I would love to hear from you in the comments which aspects you feel resonate with your situation. So drop me a comment below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you will be updated when I upload new content. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye.